Throughout POW Pro Wrestling history, the terrifying Dr. Cleaver has never been one to play well with others. Back in 2022, Cleaver violently severed ties with his partner Drexel, leading to the Good Doctor hosting his own invitational battle royal, where the winner would earn the right to be his new partner. After POW's best and brightest battled it out, it was Derrick Shaw who stood tall amongst the rest, seemingly groomed to be Cleaver's protege before the opening bell. For months, the tandem of dead to rights wreaked havoc on POW as Shaw sat under the devastating Doctor's learning tree. But on episode 40, the two lost a match against Drexel and Charlie Avell, and per the rules of the match, had to split up. But it appears that Dr. Cleaver always has a plan up his sleeve. After the match, King Naja leapt out like a snake in the grass to reveal himself as Cleaver's new partner in crime. Shaw has faced an uphill battle ever since, repeatedly falling victim to the devious pairing and King Naja's chloroform. An enraged Shaw has become so desperate to take his former mentor out once and for all, he's offered Cleaver to name the type of match. Finally, it was last week when Cleaver responded with a Doctor's Strap match. With these two former partners bound together, can Shaw finally take matters into his own hands and settle his grudge? Or will the Empire stand tall? We find out this week on POW Pro Wrestling. Welcome everyone to POW Pro Wrestling. I'm Brian Zane. He's Mr. Ulala. Why is the slap sound so good? Are you wearing pants?
Oh yes, they're very tiny because you know it's summertime. The heat is here.
Yeah,
but
no
that's
kidding.
the sound that Derrick Shaw will be hearing resounding in his mind, in his mind's eye, for the rest of his life. The of Dr. Cleaver, that strap across his body.
Well, you know, we are going to see some flesh possibly being split with the Doctor's Strap match in our main event. Cleaver and Shaw. It is a rivalry that's gone for more than a year here at POW Pro Wrestling, and frankly, it needs to come to a head, and it might tonight in the main event. But first, we've got some tag team action to show you. Now, the Academy, that's Nick Radford and Tom Allman, we saw them debut at POW recently with a win over C4. That certainly earned them some bragging rights at the library. And well, now the Academy is going to try and keep their winning ways going as they take on a couple of newcomers to POW, Franky Dove and Stephen Bradley, known collectively as Dove and Dangerous. We'll go to that matchup right now.
I'm here with the debuting tag team of Dove and Dangerous, Stephen Bradley and Franky Dove. How do you guys feel about making your debut tonight?
Well, I can't speak for Steven, but I can tell you a little bit about how I feel. Have you ever seen that video of the three-toed sloth that's riding in the motorboat up the Amazon?
Yeah.
That's me. I'm that three-toed sloth, okay? And Stephen Bradley, I feel like, is that motorboat. He's that machine that's just powering us through, and I don't know what the destination is, and I don't even know if I'm in my depth, to be honest, but I know I'm having fun, and I know I'm having a good time going up the river. You have anything you want to add to that, Steven?
Sounds good.
Awesome. And you guys are facing the Academy, one of the toughest tag teams in the Pacific Northwest. What is your strategy going into this match?
You know, you have a team like the Academy, Tom Allman and Nick Radford. Tom Allman, big guy, strong guy. Nick Radford, the poet laureate of professional wrestling. He's a smart wrestler. It's going to take a lot to defeat them, but I know that with our combined training and our work together, we have what it takes to take them down.
You heard it from them. We'll see how they square up against the Academy.
Well, folks, making their way to the ring here this week on POW Pro Wrestling, you've got the Academy. That's the poet laureate of professional wrestling, Nick Radford, the educated enforcer, Tom Allman. And I'm not talking the Brothers Band.
An interesting choice for a poet to get into professional wrestling, don't you think?
Some of the smartest people I know are in professional wrestling.
Time to add a touch of class to the proceedings, fellas.
That's right.
The educated enforcer.
Nick Radford with that book of poetry he always carries to the ring with him.
So is educated enforcer like a truancy officer?
Yes.
Normally he,
Yes, he is.
and I believe he wants to grace the Powder Keg with some of his poetry tonight, guys.
Perfect.
Now, for the uninitiated, we are the Academy. Now, normally I would use this time to read some of my romantic fan fiction poetry.
It's the family show, Nick.
Tell it to Funny Bone.
Yeah, good point.
Never mattered before.
Tom Allman, it looks like you have something to say.
Indeed I do, Nick Radford. You see, last month, the Academy kicked down the door here at POW Pro Wrestling and dismantled C4, proving that we are the premier duo in the Pacific Northwest. And how are we even rewarded? Dove and dangerous. But that's okay, our lesson plan extends far beyond. You can cheer for them, it's okay. Beyond the classroom to the streets. So Nick, tell them what you have in store for them.
Jeremy, is there something you
See,
want to
we
share
don't
with the
turn our
class?
nose up at opportunities like this. No, we were excited about this match. Excited at the opportunity to mold some young minds. To teach them some very important life lessons like you can keep going. You can pick yourself up. You can continue on, even in the face of adversity. Like after suffering a devastating defeat at the hands
No.
of the
Right, then I do not.
Academy.
You good? You good, Jeremy?
Good.
All right. Now, I believe, now he didn't get to reading his poetry, but I think he threatened us with it.
Speak for yourself, man. I've been dying to hear some of that poetry. Erotic fiction. It's my favorite kind, brother. Turn out the lights. Put on some Sade.
Is that how you spend your time?
Sade. Yes. Oh. Here we go.
We are having fun here at POW Pro Wrestling as the Academy take on the debuting Dove and Dangerous. The new tag team of Franky Dove and Stephen Bradley.
Double D, baby. Double D. Double dangerous.
Now this is Franky Dove wrestling Nick Radford here. Franky, you might recall, he and Bradley both made their POW debuts officially at last year's Rumble to Regret in Kaiser, Oregon. And since then, this is now them making their official tag team debut. Look at this nice
sheets of Magnum Terry Allen.
tag team maneuvers here coming into play. Tell you what, these rookies, they're no greenhorns. They're showing they can wrestle the educated ones as well. And in comes that educated enforcer, Allman. Here we go now.
They're trying to belly this guy.
Yeah.
And look at this, the muscle and the sheer mass of Allman here. That headlock alone is devastating.
Here comes an education. Oh, wait.
So what is Danger, like his middle name or something?
I believe he is the dangerous half of Dove
Oh,
and
he did
Dangerous.
it.
Look,
He
whoa!
Oh, he did do it.
Belly to belly.
Oh, he didn't want the pin?
Now that's the rookie mistake, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He should have gone for that. Well, they'll get the tag figured out sooner or later. In comes Franky Dove now, the legal man.
And another little thing is they probably should have kept him in their corner, but that's okay. Hey, they're working it out.
They are learning on the job here.
Getting an education, as you will.
Dove able to avoid Allman's attack in the corner. Getting out here. Oh, he's scrappy. You got to give
It's
him
kind of
that.
hard to get a headlock on a giant.
Absolutely. Oh, nice velocity there behind that drop kick. He definitely, he rocked Allman a bit. Again, I'm kind of surprised that in comes Radford.
That was a little whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, I think that Radford was a bit thrown off his game there. Dove, he's grabbing at anything that moves here.
Yes, he is.
You got to admire that gumption from this rookie here, a graduate from the Oregon School of Pro Wrestling, making a tag here to Bradley. And speaking of Bradley, here's Bradley, the referee. No relation. Big gut wrench.
Oh, gut wrench. This guy's suplexing the world.
I mean, tell you what, Bradley is a soft-spoken individual, but he is
Yes,
all
that's
power.
He is a house of fire.
Oh, wait a minute.
Quickly snuffed out.
Allman got a grip
Or maybe
on him.
not.
Look at that. One's all you need, Frank. But look at this. Now, wait a minute. Franky Dove, he's the legal man. I don't think Allman realizes it. Wait a minute. Oh, I know, never mind. He absolutely realizes it, and he just caught.
Too much.
Showing the power. Look out.
There you go.
Allman's had enough of this nonsense from these two students of the game.
You had Hawk, you had Animal, and now you have Dove.
I'll tell you what, in comes Radford, and now the Academy are taking Dove and Dangerous to school. So to speak, a 1 count. Dove getting the kick out there. Dove, you know, he fancies himself quite the animal expert, or at least the animal aficionado.
Is he a vet?
No, I think he's just an enthusiast.
Does he work for the Parks Department? No.
He wants to channel the spirit of the three-toed sloth, he said. Allman, no!
A what?
Three-toed sloth.
Oh, sloth.
I don't know if a sloth is what you want to emulate in an athletic competition.
The quick maneuvering of a sloth.
His words, not mine. Oh my goodness.
So was he a big Greg Valentine fan?
Franky Dove now fighting with every fiber in his being to try and get out of that hold. Radford effectively cutting the ring in half here.
That's the brilliance of tag team wrestling right there.
Oh, and that's the experience.
The double D hasn't quite gotten yet.
Got that turnbuckle right in the throat, it looked like.
The ring in half.
Ouchies, and now.
Oh!
Double T maneuver not going the way they drew up. Oh, Franky Dove, look at this, guys.
Franky Dove's a house of fire.
I mean, I got to admire his ability to evade all these maneuvers. In comes Bradley once again. So far, he's been
here we go.
The real difference maker in this match has been Steven Danger Bradley. Big splash. One for Allman as well.
Leapfrogging everywhere.
Bradley, he's a strong boy. Rising knee lift right into the mush and follows it up with a big spine buster.
Guy's everywhere.
Could be it. No, kicked out.
He's got half of Arn Anderson's repertoire going on right now.
Should have stacked him a little higher on that pin.
Just a bit north of the 2 count was what it took for Radford to kick out of that one.
Hey, you too.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, nice.
Double team guillotine on that top rope.
Well,
and look at this. Look at the placement and the awareness. These guys may be rookies, but they know their way around the ring.
Their backs turned to take advantage.
Look out. Dove coming in with that baseball slide. And looks like he might have tweaked his leg on the landing, guys. And now, I don't believe that Bradley, I'm not entirely sure if he's the legal man.
No, I believe Franky Dove's the legal man, and then I believe Nick Radford for the Academy. I can't tell.
Radford is the legal man. Dove, we saw he had the bad leg, but he seems to be doing it. Oh, no.
No, you're right.
Spoke too soon. He came down to that knee, and you can see he's feeling the effects of that. He's trying to regain his footing.
FD, baby.
That's what they call it, high risk.
High risk, possible high reward. Wasn't able to capitalize. Oh, that leg again.
That leg's hurt bad.
And one of the
what a smart move right there.
I'll tell you what, one of the pitfalls of being a rookie is you don't know when to quit.
Pitfalls.
And right now, single leg crab by Radford. Dove is in the center of the ring, totally isolated. Where's his
fight
partner?
another day, kid. Give it up.
He is out on the ground and he's tapping.
Ring the bell.
Dove taps out. Give it up for the Academy here. They are on a roll in POW Pro Wrestling. They took out C4 in their debut, and here sharpening their skills against this young team of Dove and Bradley, who will live to fight another day here at POW. But check out the Academy winning big here.
Poor Academy.
And breathing down the necks of the presumptive tag team champions, whomever they may be.
Must have been that Academy that Brendan Fraser played football at.
Another win for the Academy, rolling on through here at POW Pro Wrestling, 2-0 now. And of course, for Dove and Dangerous, they got to go back to the drawing board. Franky Dove looking a little worse for wear at the end of that matchup with his leg.
Franky Dove needs some love for his little knee that was injured by Nick Radford and Big Ethan Arman.
That's right. Well, winning ways for the Academy continuing as they build some momentum and could be some future contenders for the POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships at the rate they're going. Well, folks, the time for talking is over. The main event, the Doctor's Strap Match. After months and months of acrimony and vitriol between these two individuals, it's all coming to a head.
Dr. Cleaver and myself, however, I have been doing this for a year, back and forth. He kicked me to the curb when I was new. I was forced to learn the hard way. That's okay, sometimes you have to do that. However, when you interject yourself, you cost me matches. You bust my forehead open. I'm going to develop an attitude problem! So what I've done, I've talked to upper management. And I told them, Doc has refused every single match I've ever offered him. Until now. When we're in a strap match, for those of you who don't know, we are tied at the wrist. You do not get to run from Derrick Shaw! So here's what we're gonna do. After tonight, win, lose, or draw, the book on Dr. Cleaver and Derrick Shaw shuts. We're done. I'm done with it. That's it. And I can guarantee you, if you haven't seen Hard Hits, you're going to see them, and they're all coming from me.
Well, best of luck to you, Derrick Shaw. It's going to be a war. Hopefully you will be able to make your way through that. May the best man win in that one.
Derrick Shaw, I know you're going into this strap match looking for a little bit of retribution. The only thing I'm looking for is more cruelty towards you. And then, maybe after that, we can finally be done with Mr. Soft Lips, Derrick Shaw.
You know something, Doc? When I think about Shaw, the term vermin comes to mind. And what do you do with vermin? You either put a snake on them, or you exterminate them. One way or another, we're gonna be done, finally, with Soft Lips, Derrick Shaw.
Hey, look at this, Derrick Shaw now getting a little handsy with King Naja. And folks, this is gonna be a very high volatile matchup here. A lot of emotions riding high.
You smell it? It smells like the year 2000. Bulldog! Bulldog Paul Brown. Oh
That's
my
right.
gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his debut here at the POW Announce Desk is the Northwest mainstay, Bulldog Bob Brown Jr. Welcome, Bulldog.
Oh, thank you very much. I want to talk about the strap match made famous by Wahoo McDaniel, one of the many premier men who initiated the strap match. You know that when the strap match he called for it, it was lights over for their opponent. Well, tonight it's a very strange one in that Dr. Cleaver actually asked for the strap match, and Derrick Shaw said, yes, I'll take it, because it was the only time that Cleaver said, I'll give you a match. And it's funny.
Yeah, Shaw has been begging anyone who will listen for a match with Dr. Cleaver. Cleaver's been ducking and dodging, allegedly, but finally agreeing to it, but on his terms with this strap match.
I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of DNA left on that strap.
Not a regular strap match, but a doctor's strap match.
Right.
It's a little bit different.
Well, what's the difference?
Well, unlike the usual strap match where they actually have it wrist to wrist, they're taping these straps onto the wrist so they cannot.
So they just don't. They cannot leave no matter what.
They cannot leave no matter what.
They couldn't, because obviously if you get during the course of a match, you get sweaty, you can slip off, that kind of thing. Okay, all right.
Absolutely.
So just to add more of the fact of punishment.
Absolutely.
Okay, I like it.
Gonna keep things very secure here.
Now, John, get your position. You can see that right there.
Now, I've been in a dog collar match with Jason Sullivan and Wade Hess on a number of occasions, but never one of these.
That's right. The winner has to touch all four corners uninterrupted. It's going to be a lot Referee Roberts to keep track of.
Look at how much distance that Shaw has right now on that strap.
A lot
pulled in.
more than Cleaver does.
There's a lot of slack on his end for sure. This tug of war to start things off. I mean, it's definitely a mental game, almost more than physical, because that strap plays such a huge role in it. Look at this.
No, you can't get the strap out of your mind. I don't care what, I mean, like right now, where's he gonna go?
Yep.
Right.
Only a certain, not too far. What, 8 feet?
Cleaver taking
Maybe 10?
Taking the low road out of the ring for now. But
See,
Shaw,
this is the problem.
you can't escape when you're wearing the strap. Look out.
Oh,
no! That's why you gotta keep your mind on the strap at all times, fellas.
Double baloney.
Goodness gracious, and now Shaw.
There it is.
The first to whip his opponent's flesh.
Come on, I want to hear a crack. Come on, give me a crack.
Oh, he got him in the lower back.
That's the wrong crack.
Yes.
King Naja thinking he should think better of that if he wants to make sure his hide stays intact.
Hey, King Naja did nothing to get. He's not signed in this match.
Well, then he shouldn't be meddling.
Meddling? What are you, Scooby-Doo?
And is now Shaw throwing his longtime rival now, Cleaver, into the ring and continuing the strapations, brother.
This may be a mistake on the part of Dr. Cleaver in taking that kind of match right there. He's paying for it big time right now.
Something tells me that the tides will switch, though, Bulldog.
Oh,
look at that.
Yeah, that was a good one. I ain't gonna lie, that's a Weltman.
You heard the smack. You almost hear that in Springfield.
I mean, Dr. Cleaver's got a few more tricks up his sleeve than just one or two. Or doing.
Look at this. Now he's going to strangle Derrick Shaw. And that's what this has come down to. This is what the animosity has led to. This kind of brutality.
Absolutely.
Derrick Shaw has been trying to get this problem off his back, this Dr. Cleaver issue, ever since Cleaver kicked him to the curb for King Naja.
You've ever seen Dr. Cleaver do anything nice? Name it. Name it.
I can't think of one. Cannot think of one, but look at this. Cleaver now continuing to apply the pressure. It's all legal in this strap match. He could knock Shaw out. I don't know, he'd be dead weight.
I hope he does.
Hard to drag across the ring.
Yeah! I like it.
Huge heel toss right there using the strap.
Exactly, using the strap for additional leverage, and now I think the strap in the hands of Cleaver spells bad news for Shaw.
Kind of this where it might be a little more protection for Dr. Cleaver wearing the body up above. Others most of no shirt with Shaw.
Good call, Bulldog.
And
I'll give
boy,
it to you
I'll
on
tell
that
you,
one.
He's
You want to be
paid
as
for it.
covered as much as possible in this match.
Absolutely. It's, like I said, it's more mental than physical at times. And now Cleaver. Oh! Ouch! Well, Jeremy, I can tell you enjoyed seeing that.
I can watch that all day.
Derrick Shaw, I'm sure, didn't enjoy that whatsoever.
I wish I had that on tape.
He's not. Well, we do. It's here on YouTube.
Okay, what I'm saying is I want to rewind it. I need to go. I mean, I meant replay. I want replay.
Here now Shaw. Look at that, the quickness to get Cleaver up on his shoulders for fireman's carry. Cleaver bringing him down by the hair, no less. And I wouldn't expect anything less from the good doctor. But now this could be the opportunity that Cleaver has to touch the corners and get himself a win here. You know, Cleaver would like nothing more after the months and months he has spent dissecting.
I'm not sure it's all about the win, Brian Thane.
You got to believe a win here could just absolutely demoralize Derrick Shaw. So there is some incentive for Cleaver there. Goes for the autopsy. But Shaw's got that strap still.
But if you beat a guy to the point where he doesn't have any confidence, where he's a shell of a man, it's the same thing.
Absolutely.
Now
King Naja now he's just directly getting in the ring. This is completely, though it's legal, I would say it's totally off the page.
Derrick has that strap in his hands there. And
and Shaw taking no guff.
Well, I mean, what do you expect from jump in front of two people with a strap?
Derrick Shaw has so much on his mind right now. He's got to beat Cleaver, but he also has to keep in mind this.
Oh my gosh.
That big boot.
Blew his face off.
Got to keep in mind the nefarious King Naja. at ringside.
That's 2, Brian Zane.
That's halfway there is Cleaver.
3/4.
Making his way, that's 3. One more, and he's got this one in the bag.
Who's in the way?
Now, what's Cleaver gonna do? Is he gonna step over him? Or is he gonna try and put on more punishment?
Shaw's getting up.
Look at this. Cleaver's trying to go for it. That is an interruption, and the count's been waived.
Oh!
Back to square one. Shaw now has to untangle himself from that strap. Here it comes. Got him on his shoulders again. What's Shaw got in his mind? Look at this. Death Valley driver. And the Honey Badger has quite possibly his biggest opportunity to put Cleaver in the rearview mirror for good.
You just call him a Honey Badger?
That's what he goes by.
All right. What kind of honey is he getting into?
Wait, looking for the corner. There's the first one.
All right. Shaw has now begun his journey around the ring. We are at 2 turnbuckles
Nasha
now.
holding on to the leg there of Shaw.
Any kind of distractions.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Naja knows where his meal ticket comes from.
Absolutely.
Okay, he's broken the count.
Wait a minute.
Caden Cassidy's already been suspended, so he's got Cleaver to depend on now.
I mean, Cleaver could just yank that. See,
Wait a minute, Naja again! Come on! Why don't you just make it 2-on-1? Why don't you just make it a handicap strap match? Tie him to the strap too.
That's all gonna take right here.
Cleaver with the autopsy!
That holy crap.
The height that he came down with.
I've seen him take that move 100 times. And
2
nothing
turnbuckles,
like that.
3 turnbuckles, 4! And
That's
that's it! Just like that, Cleaver's won!
He made it look easy. He made it look easy. Unbelievable. Brian saying, take a look right there. Derrick Shaw has lost the match that he wanted with Dr. Cleaver. And now the continuing beating.
And exactly right. Derrick Shaw got what he wanted, but I don't think even he expected the difficulty this match was going to have dealing with Cleaver and King Naja. I mean, why didn't they just do that from the beginning? Save everyone the suspense. Give the guy a chance, why don't you?
Cleaver's now relieved himself of the strap. Hand raised, and Naja there with the raising of the hand, not the referee, but...
Well, the music's playing, and a win's a win for Dr. Cleaver. I tell you what, if you're Derrick Shaw, I'm not sure how you bounce back from another loss like he just did.
And that's going to put a big feather in Dr. Cleaver's pocket as he moves up the ladder once again to challenge for either the Power Wrestling title or the YouTube title. Either way, he could be a champion very soon.
That Rumble to Regrets in 2 weeks, it could happen. What an absolute physical main event that was. The doctor's strap was in full effect there. Derrick Shaw gave it his all, but in the end, he could not compete against 2 individuals with that strap being involved. King Naja was getting way too into the business there, and that helped Dr. Cleaver win with authority. And I gotta admit, the mindset of Derrick Shaw right now has got to be shattered after losing again to Dr. Cleaver.
That's right, Dr. Cleaver proved once and for all that he is indeed Derrick Shaw's ultimate master. Just like that.
A tough break for Shaw. We're going to have to see what happens with his career at POW Pro Wrestling as the weeks and months progress. But folks, we got to look ahead to the future. Once again, next week on POW, we're going to see women's action as Izzy McQueen looks to keep her winning ways going against the Fallen Flower Kikyo. Then, of course, it's that 2 out of 3 falls match, main event for the vacant POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships. 2 referees are going to be involved in this one because it's too chaotic. The Blanchards and the Hammer Brothers. I think it's going to be a wild matchup to be sure.
The stars are aligned, and all of that gold is going to be coming back to the Massaro family starting next week when the rightful champions, the first POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Blanchard Brothers. No Sluggo. Sluggo won't be one of the guest referees, right?
No.
Just the blue shirts?
Just the blue shirt guys, yeah.
Credentialed
yes.
referees.
We'll test them and everything.
They'll stay away from me. They won't get involved in my business.
Yes, and they'll have all their shots. And folks, it's going to be a tremendous matchup here. 2 out of 3 falls. The feud between the Blanchards and the Hammers has certainly been a long-reaching one. The belts have gone back and forth. After this one, no more controversy, no more second-guessing. We are going to have undisputed tag team champions. It's all going down next week, folks. But until then, for Mr. Ooh La La, I'm Brian Zane, and we'll see you next time.